see. Should be accepting all the people coming in.
Yeah, it looks like people are in.
Sweet.
There's a handful of people in.
Yes,
Getting
sir.
started.
Let's do it. Awesome, cool. Welcome everybody. So my name is Calvin, and today is going to be another amazing episode. All right. So go ahead and unmute yourself and feel free to tell us where you're coming from. So let's first have your name and where you're calling from. So my name is Calvin, calling from San Jose, California.
Lola Ferris, Downey, California.
Downey.
Jessica from Colorado.
Jessica, nice to have you here. Who else we got? All right.
Frank from Norman, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma in the house. Welcome, Frank.
Thank you.
All right. I think we're getting more and more people coming in. So yes, once again, feel free to unmute yourself and tell us your name and where you're calling from. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Okay. More and more people coming in. So please take a moment and go ahead and text the rest of your friends, your team members, your family members. Let them know about this amazing opportunity that we're going to be having. So go ahead and unmute yourself. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us your name and where you're calling from, please.
Great evening, Carla Wynn in Maryland.
Maryland. Carla, nice to meet you. Welcome, welcome. Who else we got?
Keith Williams out of New York City.
Keith Williams, New York City. Awesome. Welcome, brother. All right. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Go ahead and unmute yourself and tell us where you're calling from. Happy Thursday.
Tammy Wise, Maryland.
Awesome. Welcome again, Tammy. Okay, looks like we got more guests coming in. So once again, go ahead and unmute yourself and let us know where you're calling from.
Dion from
Dion, welcome, brother. All right. So if you guys haven't done so already, go ahead and unmute yourselves. Tell us where you're coming from. At the same time, go ahead and let some of your close friends and family know what is it that we're doing over here, right? At this moment, also texting some of my team members and their friends and family to let them know about this opportunity. So go ahead and do the same thing too. Just take a minute and let them know. Okay, welcome everybody. Okay. All right. Okay, it's 5:01. So it looks like all the members are coming in now. This is going to be super exciting. So once again, just go ahead and unmute yourself if you just came in. Have your cameras on and let's get ready to, I was going to say rock and rumble, right? But let's get ready to take some good notes and learn from the guy who is going to be teaching us a lot more about this business opportunity. So get excited, guys. Go ahead and unmute yourself. Tell us where you're coming from.
Hello, Calvin. This is Chris from Long Beach, California.
Chris, welcome, brother.
Jared checking in from Houston.
Who was that? Go ahead, say that again. I heard Jared.
Jared checking in from Houston.
Oh, Houston. Okay. Houston in the house. Welcome,
Kathy
Jared.
Jewell, Houston, Texas.
Another Houston person. Nice, Kathy. Welcome.
Itai from the Bay Area,
Ooh, which part of Bay Area?
San Francisco.
Oh, nice, nice. I'm in San Jose area.
Nice.
Yeah, yes, sir. Okay.
Johnny Montes, Wine Garden, Southern California.
Johnny Montes in the house. You're crushing it, brother. Man, we gotta catch up to you, bro.
Hi, this is Calvin from Canada.
Someone says Calvin from Canada. Okay, that's awesome. Welcome, Calvin.
Arlene from Maryland.
Arlene, what's up?
Jessica down the office.
Jessica, my favorite person. For
Hi,
those of you guys who don't
Calvin.
know Jessica is amazing in what she does. So if you guys haven't already met her, please go ahead and give her a shout out in the chat, because she's always doing these things, just like helping us build a team and helping us connect to other people and managing all our projects. And she has so much stuff going on. I don't know how she's able to do it, but thank you so much for what you do, Jessica. Really appreciate you.
Thank you, guys.
Earl Beck at Frisco, Texas.
Francisco, right? Francisco, welcome. All right. Don't be shy. Go ahead and
Good afternoon, everyone. Mark De Leon, San Francisco.
Mark De Leon. Man, that name is powerful. I can already see you being up on stage, Mark. So welcome, brother.
That's the plan. Thank you.
Yep, yes, sir. All right. So once again, go ahead and mute yourself. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mrs. Johnson, South Carolina.
South Carolina in the house. Welcome.
Angela Thomas, Channelview, Texas.
Texas. Nice. Welcome.
Hey, what's up, Calvin? Johnny Cordova here, Orange County, California.
Johnny Cordova,
Diana.
what's up?
Diana Spade, Gary, Indiana.
Diana Spade. Nice. Cool last name. And first name. Awesome. Okay, who else we got?
I have a question.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
So I hear Miss Indiana there for Gary. I have a ton of family in Indiana. Are we
Whoa.
solar in Indiana?
Are we in solar in Indiana? That we have to actually double check. That's a good one. Kalela, nice. I don't know if you remember me. I saw you in person, and then I remembered your name specifically. It's a really unique name, you know?
Thank you.
Yes, so welcome. We'll definitely check up on that. All right, guys, so we're going to get the meeting going, right? So it's 5 minutes past the hour. So today I have the absolute pleasure to introduce this man who I have the honor of calling a friend. We started in the same time frame, but at the same time, I see this guy doing so many things. He hit different ranks, became a manager, became a builder of 500. And also a mentor at the same time, mentoring not just people on his team, but also people from all over the place, including myself. So I look up to this man because he's done a lot, and he also happens to be a family man, right? 3 kids, 6, a 9-year-old, 6-year-old, and a 2-year-old, right? And beautiful wife, and he just loves helping people. He has a heart of gold. What he loves to do, I asked him on the side, is getting beat in golf by his 9-year-old. Right. So for those of you guys that are not so good at golf, invite this guy, man. You'll beat him, right? But he'll beat you at pretty much everything else in business and everything else, right? But golf is his thing. But aside from that, I just love how he's always helping people, always having new ideas. And if you guys ever see him in the chat, he's always just answering people's questions and lifting them up, and also building such a large team, right? So I have a great amount of respect for this man. One of his proudest moments is also being able to, do his job while completing this at the same time, right? So he has a full-time job. For those of you guys are always asking, hey, how does this all work? Well, somebody and other people are making it happen, doing both, right? He's also been in his computer software company, and he's made it to the president's cabinet 3 years in a row. I mean, that's an amazing accomplishment in of it itself. So with that being said, please help me welcome the one and only Mr. Chris McHenry. Mr. Chris
Thank you,
McHenry.
Calvin. Appreciate it. Can you hear me? Check my check with 1 2 1 2.
Yes, sir.
All right. I have the pleasure of sharing with you all this afternoon our build opportunity. So let me know when you can see my screen. Can you see my screen, Calvin? Good to go?
Yes, you're good.
All right, perfect. Well, tonight is going to be a special night because we're going to be talking about an opportunity that many of you may have heard of. You heard whispers of it. Tonight, you're going to get the full-blown piece of the pie. Build Network, who we are. Well, before we start talking about who Build Network is, let's talk about what Build Network does. We help you build your mindset, build your business, and build your net worth. Now, we are a high-ticket brokerage with 4 high-ticket vertical sales, each of those having huge income potential. So when you think about it, 1, 2, 3, 4 high-ticket vertical sales. So you're having 4 different opportunities to make a ton of money in this industry. There's more than one industry in the business in itself. Now, why build a business? Well, number one, what just happened yesterday? We had an election, right? No matter who is in office, we have to take control of our own future, no matter what. So building a business is not someone coming to save you. It's you taking a step at a time and doing it yourself, because a 9-to-5 is not going to cut it anymore. Entrepreneurship used to be something that you might do, something you do on the side. Now it's something you got to do. You got to plan for it. So you're working your 9-to-5 and then you're figuring out, how am I going to start my business to take control of my future? So it's now mandatory. And why? Because we have debt crisis, we have layoffs, inflation, bankruptcies. All of these different things are affecting why we have to look at other opportunities outside of our normal 9-to-5 job. And we also live in the age of the gig economy. Uber, Etsy, Airbnb, Shopify, some things that are not on here, DoorDash, right? All of these things came very popular in the pandemic, right? So we had to find ways to make money. We were working remote. In Uber, you're driving around, picking up people, putting wear and tear on your vehicle while Uber makes a lot of money. Airbnb, people are living in your home for a certain amount of time, renting it out while they're tearing up your stuff, right? So Build is going to show you, or I'm going to show you, give you the opportunity to find other opportunities that are far more fruitful than the ones that we see now. Now, when you're looking for a business opportunity, you want to check off boxes. You want to make sure these things are fruitful, right? So when you're looking for a spouse, you want to make sure there's red flags and there's green flags, right? So in looking for a business opportunity, you want to look for something that is in a big target market with low penetration. You want to look for something in essential goods and services, gas, electricity, and water, and then something that's going to thrive in a good or bad economy. So once you go off your list and you check these 3 things off, then hey, you got something, you're playing with gasoline with fire. So let's talk about our services. Our flagship product is solar, Encore Solar. Then we have home security. We offer ADT and Brinks. We have our Rain H2O, which is our alkaline water division, and our Smart Money Club. Now, at the beginning, I said we have 4 high-ticket verticals, right? So in solar, the average commission is anywhere from $6,000 to $10,000 per sale. Home security, anywhere from $500 to $700 per sale. The alkaline water product, $1,000 to $2,100 per sale. And then with the Smart Money Club, you have the ability to unlock residual income, and all of this money that we're going to show you how to make, invest it, figure out how to keep it away from the IRS, right? So all of these things put together 4 high-ticket vertical sales. Now let's talk about solar. Let's talk about solar. Why get involved in the solar industry? Well, Sizing and opportunity, right? So there's 130 million homes in the US. 90 million are eligible for solar. So that means approximately 5 million have gone solar. So that's 85 million homes that are still without solar. So that's 85 million opportunities for you to go and present solar to someone, and then they say, okay, this makes sense. Or if you don't, I'm going to, Calvin's going to, Diana's going to, somebody's going to get solar on these people's homes. Now, it's great that you're here now because we can show you how to be there first. Now, why are consumers looking for solar? Well, there's a couple of reasons. Saving on energy costs, 50%. Sometimes we're saving homeowners up to 50% of their bill. We have various options where they can go solar with no money down, no money out of pocket. Blackout protection using batteries. So we have rolling blackouts in some cities. In Texas, we had weather conditions where homeowners were without power. They have solar with backup. They have power. Tax credit. The government is pushing a 30% tax credit. So these are all things that are pushing homeowners to say, hey, solar does make sense. And in 2022, someone went solar every 44 seconds. 2023, I believe, was every 39 seconds. Some people can't even hold their breath for that long. And people are going solar. At the snap of a finger, people are going solar. So you want to put yourself in a position where you're the solar expert, right? You're the person that people ask, hey, you're in solar, right? So hey, my bills are high. Does it even make sense for me to go solar? I'm glad you asked. Let's sit down. Let's look at it and see if it makes sense. Because it doesn't always make sense, but the majority of the time it does. Now, this is a legitimate career opportunity. We have people doing this part-time, full-time. Some people are doing it full-time, but looking like they're doing it part-time. You can do this virtually, 100% from home. One of our best closers in the company closed all of his deals via Zoom from the comfort of his own home. In April, 28 sales, I believe it was, from the comfort of his own home. That's a 6-figure month based on the numbers that I showed you earlier. You don't want to sell? No problem. Just refer homeowners to us. We'll put them in position with a closer and you earn 50%. Or put your head down, follow the blueprint, close your own deals, and then become a mentor. And then you help other new people that come into the company, and then you split the commission. Make a 6-figure monthly business closing deals for other people. You don't want to sell solar? Fine. Sell water. You don't want to sell water? Fine. Sell home security. You don't want to sell any of those? Just build a team then. You can't tell me no. There's multiple options for us to help you. All you have to do is have the enthusiasm, the energy, and the execution. Now, let's look at some of why we chose solar and our partner, Freedom Forever. They have a 25-year production guarantee. One of the best production guarantees in the industry. So what does that mean, right? For someone that's not in solar, you're like, well, 25 years production guarantee, what does that mean? I don't know what that means. I'm 27. 25 years, I was 2 years old. 25-year production guarantee means that I'm going to give you a contract and write how much it's going to produce energy-wise for the next 25 years. And if it doesn't, we're going to cut you a check if it falls short. You can't even get that type of warranty on a car. We're giving you that warranty on the solar panels, guaranteed power, the warranty on the material, the warranty on the roof. It's one of the best production guarantees in the industry. And Freedom is the #1 residential installer in the United States. That's what we partnered with. We don't partner with second best. We partner with the best. Now, what do you see here? Some people might say, oh, it's a nice neighborhood. We see a lot of houses. I see a lot of cars. I see a lot of pools. Well, I'll tell you what I see. I see opportunities, multiple opportunities. Why? We just talked about solar. A lot of these roofs don't have solar on them. So there's one. Guess what? They probably don't have water. that are alkaline water in them too. So that's another opportunity. If they just moved in, they probably don't have home security. It's another opportunity. And guess what? All of these people in these homes, they have the opportunity to be builders or referral partners. So when you say, this isn't for me, what isn't for you? Because I'm giving you multiple options to choose from. You can sell, you can build a team, you can talk, you can refer. So you're just going to keep saying no. You can't say no, because this is not the time to say no. This is the time to invest in yourself. Now let's look at some customer testimonials. This homeowner in California, Southern California, where I am, $287 a month before solar. We met with them, not me, we, because we're a team, right? Everybody here is a part of a team. When I say we, that means it might have been Jabari, it could have been Calvin, it could have been Jill, it could have been anybody. One of our experts met with this homeowner. They were paying $287 a month. We reduced their bill down to $148 a month and got them backup protection with a battery. Our VP of sales, JC, is one of the founders of the company. His quote is, a solar sales presentation is not a presentation. It's an IQ test. Why? Because most of the time, you're just reading the numbers. It makes sense. If they can read, then they're going to be able to say, okay, this makes sense. Because at some point, they're going to continue to pay more and more and more. Now, win-win scenario. Everybody's heard of that. So this scenario, the homeowner was paying $287. We reduced their cost to $148. That's a win. $6,400 in commission. It's a pretty good win. Let me give you a third win. They disconnected themselves from the dirty energy grid. They're protecting themselves from inflation. So $6,400, homeowners save money, and now they're producing clean energy. WWW. Now, here's another homeowner. In Florida, they were paying $410 a month. Now they're paying $290. Why? Because they were smart enough to meet with one of our consultants. They sat down, met with our consultants, and guess what? They saved money. They protected themselves from inflation. They got a battery. And the rep on this made $8,200. $4,100 went to the mentor and $4,100 went to the mentee. Remember, I said you don't have to sell. You don't have to educate yourself on solar. You don't have to dive in and say, okay, what is an inverter? What is a panel? What is the size? What is this roof? Is it a shingle or is it cement tile? You don't have to do any of that. You can just sit in front of the homeowner, sit back and smile and earn $4,100 and let the expert do what they do. Now, energy costs over time. So when we say it just makes sense to go solar, it's because your cost of energy is going to go up every year. If you look at your bill, if you don't have solar now, you look at your bill, see how many times your utility provider has told you they're going to raise your rates. Probably twice or 3 times in this year if you're in California. So it's going to continue to go up. So we're helping you protect yourself from the constant increase in energy cost. Now, energy deregulation will be the largest transfer of wealth in history. Warren Buffett. Anything this man says, I'm probably going to be listening. May not have enough money to do what he says, right? Because he's pretty wealthy. But I'm going to listen. I'm going to pay attention. I'm in the energy space right now. So he said that, I'm here. You all are listening about the energy space. Now, are you going to jump in or not? Now, let's get to the dollar signs. Let's get to the money. It's the important part. Everybody wants to get to the money. We can earn several different ways in this company. When I say several, I mean 7. So, but I'm not going to talk about all 7 tonight because we have a dedicated compensation training that goes through all that. I'm just going to talk about a couple. Personal sales. On your personal sales, you earn 70% of the commission. Average sale is $10,000 in profit. So that means you take home $7,000 each sale, right? There's no limit to the number of sales you can do in a day. There's no limit to the number of sales you can do in a month. You limit yourself. So you can do 10 sales in a month. And what is that? 10 times 10, that's $100,000. Now, mentor sales. Remember, I talked about being a mentor. We have several mentors in the company. We have mentors in the company that didn't know anything about solar when they came into the company. They knew nothing about solar. They didn't even know anything about sales. What they did is they came in and they said, I want to be a mentor. That's where I want to be. So they went to the trainings. They closed their 3 sales with a mentor. They shut up and listened. They just took notes. And at some point, they were able to sell on their own. And then they took certifications, and then boom, now they're a mentor. Why? Why do you want to become a mentor? Well, because you can help other people close deals, right? You might have a slow month and you say, I can't get deals on my own. Somebody might say, hey, well, I'm looking for a mentor in Texas. Hey, I'm in Texas. That's me. I can help you. There, you got a warm sale. And you're going through and you split in the commission with the mentee. Then all the mentee is expecting is to understand and learn. And sometimes the mentee may not even care about attending the meeting and learning. They might just want to get their half of the commission. And that's perfectly fine. Now let's look at some examples. Mentor sales. Let's say I'm a mentor. I help 4 consultants close their first 3 trading sales. That's 12 sales in total. Remember, we're going off the average of $10,000 in commission. $7,000 comes back to sales. So that's $3,500 if I split that in half. So that's $42,000 in commissions. So if I help 4 mentees, I can make $42,000 in commission. I can make more or less because everyone's energy footprint for their home is different. We have some people where they close a deal and the commission on the sale was $14,000 because that homeowner had a large home. They were using a lot of energy. They needed a lot of panels, but we're just going with the average. Now, team building. You might say, well, hey, Chris, I don't want to build a team. I don't, that's not me. I don't want to build a team. I don't have the rah-rah. I can't lead them. Okay, no problem. Now you just want to be a one person that sales. Okay, perfect. Jump on the trainings, take notes, close some deals, and guess what you're going to start doing? You'll be able to buy nicer things, right? You'll be able to eat those nice steak dinners. You'll be dressing a little better, right? You might even buy some more fancier cologne. You might smell better. You're gonna have an aura. You're gonna start a little, the orange aura just gonna be around you because you're gonna just be so happy. I'm closing deals. 3-4 months ago, I was so sad I couldn't pay my bills. Now I found BYLD and I'm paying bills. I'm doing this. You're going to organically attract a team because they're going to say, hey, Calvin, you were last couple of months, you were sobbing. I didn't see you at all. Now you're just bouncing around like a grasshopper. What's happened? What's changed? Well, I found a good opportunity and I put my head down and I'm starting to close deals now. Right? So then you plug those people into the training. You introduce them. Introduce 1 person or 2 people into the company. They go through the training. And then you have the ability to make money while you sleep when you do that because you're getting overrides. That's the beauty of building a team because you can work hard, close deals, and go on vacation. While you're on vacation, you get that mailbox money. Drops into your bank account. Oh, shoot. $2,000, $500, $1,000 there. That's paying for my mimosa. So you have the ability to build a team. You don't have to, but we show you how. There's resources, there's training, there's scripts. We show you how to do that because it's a very lucrative opportunity. Here's an example if you're a manager, right? A manager with 10 consultants. They each help 1 person go solar. Now, can we agree that 1 deal a month is not a hard ask? To me, it's a simple ask. You go find a homeowner, ask them for their bill, sit them down in front of one of our closers. Chances are they're going to probably go solar. So 10 people did that on your team. 4 of them coming from the people you directly introduced. The other 6 were people on your team you don't even know them because somebody on your team decided they want to build a team and they started recruiting. So you have Samantha that you don't even know. And you earn $6,300 in overrides. And you close 1 deal yourself because you want to make sure everyone knows you still got it. I can close a deal, $7,000. So that's $13,300 in monthly earnings. Let's move it up one level. Let's move up to director. 10 consultants. Now they each do 2 sales a month. 1, 2, right? They're just asking people, your homeowner, posting on social media, hey, I can save you money, texting, going to networking mixers. Now you got 20 sales, 8 coming from your front line, 12 coming from anywhere on your team. That's 13,800 in overrides. And you slide in 1 sale, just say, let everybody know you still got it. 20,800 in earnings. Now, let's look at executive director. This is not a title to be playing around with. This is what the big boys and big girls play. You got 50 consultants, each of them doing 2 sales. So you got 100 sales. This might take 6 to 8 months, even a year to get to, because nothing's overnight. It takes hard work. It takes execution. It takes effort. And it takes discipline over and over and over again, because you're not going to win overnight. It's not an overnight success. You're going to have 10 fails and you get that 1 win. So we don't want to make you think like you jump in and, hey, I'm backflipping. You gotta figure out how to jump before you can backflip. But once you get to this stage, you got 30 deals coming from your first line, 70 coming from anywhere on your team. That's 67,500 in overrides. Now, if I tell you that you could make that in 1 month, what would your answer be? Your answer should be, how? How do I do that? How do I figure that out? Do you have a blueprint? Do you have an outline of what I do daily? What do I do monthly? What do I do weekly to get to that? The answer is yes, we have that. But I can't just give you that and it magically happens. It takes sweat and tears. Blood, sweat, and tears to get there. People aren't even there that have 4 to 5 years of sales experience in solar. So it is hard, but it is very rewarding. Our company has a very rewarding compensation plan. Now, home security. Everybody wants to protect their home. If you're a real estate agent, as soon as they're signing their documents and you're giving them the key, that next phone call, the next day will be calling ADT or Brinks. If you're a real estate agent, they should just be filling that paper with you. Make no phone call. Just earning home security. When I talk to real estate agents, I tell them, wouldn't it be awesome to make commission from one homeowner 4 times? Right? Selling your home, I'm getting commission off of that. Selling you home security, I'm getting commission off of that. Getting you solar, I'm getting commission off of that. Alkaline water, I'm getting you commission off of that. All of these things are saving homeowners money, and there are things that they need. They're going to get it from someone. It's just not going to be you. And you're going to walk and visit them. Oh, ring doorbell. Oh, man, they didn't have that when I sold it to them. They got it already. That's $500 I could have got. Yeah, you could have. Now, how you get started, there's a couple ways. Consultant and builder. But before I dive into this, I'm going to talk a little bit more about our builder package, because there's a little bit more sauce that I want to give you before you make your decision. Smart Money Club. Right? It's not the Dumb Money Club. It's a Smart Money Club. Why? Because you're making all this money. You're making money from solar sales. You're making money from home security. You're making money from alkaline water. The next thing that you're probably going to do is go spend it and waste it, right? Because in high school, sometimes even in college, no one taught us about financial literacy. No one taught us, don't sign up for that Capital One credit card at the table and run it up. Like, no one taught us that. Some people get taught that in high school, but the majority of individuals don't get taught that until they have to go purchase a car, and the car salesman's not going to turn you away. They're going to get you a loan, but they're going to get you a loan at a very high interest rate when you could have got a very low interest rate. So the Smart Money Club is going to educate you. You're never too old to get educated, right? It's going to show you what happens with your credit. Tax planning, being your own bank, using your dollar twice. You'll have access to multiple tools, a community to ask questions in about investing Hey, at the end of the year, I made an extra $150,000. I don't want the IRS to take this. What should I do? Well, you can talk to a financial planner. They can tell you to put it here, invest it here. Good versus bad debt, access to capital. This is by far one of the most underrated products that we have in our portfolio, because you can make all of this money and at the end of the year, you see none of it. You waste it all, or it goes to the IRS. This Smart Money Club will give you the tools to be able to invest for your future and build generational wealth, taking all this money and letting it build and earn itself over and over and over again. So don't take this for granted. Now, the BYLD rewards, this is something that gives you savings, right? I don't think I've ever heard somebody say, you know what, keep that 20% discount. I don't want it. I want to pay full price. If you have somebody that says that, send them to me, because I'll sell them a full price everything. But that doesn't happen. So our BYLD rewards allows you to look for hotel stay, car rental, restaurants, retailers. It's an app. You can just tap in and say, okay, well, I'm eating at Ruth's Chris tonight. Is there a discount here? Oh yeah, there's 10% off of this. Okay, cool. Show it to the waitress. Scan the coupon. So you can find many different things. And I think some people in our company have used this to the point where they've saved enough to cover their membership, because they've saved money on hotels on a daily, like $30, $40 a day off of their room. Now let's talk about our dual team bonus. And when you're a builder, you have the ability to make residual income. We talked about that early. The Smart Money Club is a part of that residual income. Now you have one team and two teams, two legs. So you build each leg up so that you walk strong on each. You don't have to do it yourself. You have a team to do it, right? So when you get to the point where you have 20 members on your team, 10 on your left and 10 on your right, you start earning $500 in residual income every month. That might be a car note. That could be, your cell phone bill. If you have a family plan, my cell phone bill is higher than that. So that's my cell phone bill. 25 and 25, you earn $1,000 a month. Now, once a builder signs up and they have 4 people on their team on the same plan, their fee is waived. They don't have a fee anymore. So when you join, you get your team to get 4 people, so they're risk-free. And then you show them how to close a deal in 30 to 45 days. You plug them into the training so that they get on the ground running fast. Fast start. We have a fast start training. You want to get into a fast start because you want to watch the videos, you want to learn, figure out what to do to be risk-free, and then figure out what to do to close a deal fast. That's the goal. And do that over and over and over again. Repetition, duplication. Because you can get to Builder 2000, 55 on your left and 55 on your right, and earn 2,000 by a month. And that could just be you helping your 4, help their 4, help their 4 to get risk-free. I'm not going to talk about the matching bonus. Like I said, we have a compensation training that we go through that covers all of this. But at the least, you should be at Builder 500. Help your 4 get 4, and their 4 get 4, and their 4, then you're at Builder 500. Now, how to get started. So one-time fee of $199 and $99 a month. Now, to me, it's not a fee. It's an investment. You're investing in yourself. You're investing in yourself to get your own solar brokerage, to get your own home security, your own alkaline water product. If you sell one sale from any of these products, it covers your fee. Think about that. One sale from solar, we said it was an average of $7,000. If you split that with your mentor, that's $3,500. That's your fee for the year. Water, $1,000 to $2,100. That's your fee for the year. Home security, pay for half. Get 4, don't pay any more. So what will you do? What will you sacrifice to invest in yourself? Because $99 a month, that's $3 a day. It's roughly $3 a day. How many of us drink coffee every day? You go to Starbucks every day? Mocha Frappuccino, Venti White Mocha. I think that's $6.50, $6.75. And if you get that every day, just don't do that every day. You smoke cigarettes, take a break, get a patch, get a nicotine patch. So don't say you can't do this because of the cost, because it's an investment in yourself. Right? So this is a statement that one of our founders said, one of our on our millionaire mentor call. She said, to accumulate wealth, you must make decisions from where you want to be, not where you are now. Right? So if you want to get on the path to financial freedom, if you want to get on the path to be wealthy and not worry about checks, like when your check is coming in, and not worrying about month to month, you got to make a decision to do something different. If you haven't done this, then do something different. Tap the person on the shoulder that invited you to this call. Text the person that invited you to this call and say, I'm ready to get started. I'm ready to invest in myself. What do I need to do? Show me the path. Chris said that you have a blueprint for success. I want to know how you did it. I want to be successful, and I'm ready to invest. So tonight, text, call, message, whoever invited you to this call, and ask them for their link to get started. Because I'm building without you. With or without you, I'm going to build. So you can come on this train and we can all have a happy ride, or I'm going to have a happy ride. I'm the conductor. I'm driving this train. You can get in the back, or I'm taking off without you. That's my time for tonight. Appreciate you all. Get with the person that invited you to this call. Don't let this opportunity slip by, because you're going to be looking back and say, man, I should have started that last year. Now I got to start over, and the summer's running. People are getting solar left and right. And Chris is making $100,000 a month. I wish I was with him. Have a great night. Let's build.